the election, they'll be announcing it step by step. And Abiola is leading. So everybody was happy that Abiola is going to emerge. Until that day, they announced the election. So everybody had the announcement. Thought it maybe just like a normal military terminology. So on the following year that the election has been cancelled, they're going to do another election.
Everybody, irrespective of tribe, wanted to fall behind this man. So it was a time of hope.
And MKO arrived at the party. The whole room was just, oh my God, Hope 93, keep hope alive. That's a very strong memory I have from the build-up to the elections.
So how did you feel leading up to the election day in 1993? Like, what was the general feeling of maybe yourself, people around you as well?
Well, you had to understand the history before that day.
It's my first shining. General Ibrahim Badamasi Babangida, who promised that he would hand power back to civilians in 1990, August 1990, and kept postponing it. And so people were tired. But when agitation for return to civil rule became so loud, and he now made a timetable which culminated in the elections of 1993.
Why do you think people really wanted MKO as their leader?
It was, first of all, it was the relief from the military rule. It was, oh wow, it's actually going to happen, because it had been postponed so many times. We didn't really think it was going to happen.
There was a lot of, unhappiness, if you like, very similar to what is happening now. There's a lot of unhappiness. And then we had this person that came up and gave everybody hope. In fact, he was called Hope 93.
It was a colossus. Everywhere in Nigeria he was known. Everywhere in Africa he was known.
Abiola speaks in Africa. He has farm in Senegal, has many farm in many African countries. Even though after that time, Abiola was saying that even we want to contest, if you're supposed to contest presidency for Africa, not Nigeria.
He sent lots of people to school. He did football clubs for young people. He educated a lot of people. He had a huge philanthropic aspect to him. Yeah, absolutely.
Man, but of course, I remember, the campaign, Abiola's campaign. I remember the interviews that he used to give. There were some jingles on TV, which, I can still remember.
Can you sing them?
I can't, but I won't.
On the march again, looking for Mr. President. On the march, MKO is our man. You understand me?
SDP, the people's choice. On the march again, MKO is the man.
My fellow Nigerians, it is true that the general election was seen to be free, fair, and peaceful. However, there was in fact a huge array of election malpractices, virtually in all the states of the Federation, before the actual voting began.
Just listening to the footage of the speech. People and somebody, those military guys, there was massive rigging, corruption on the part of. It
was the freest election so far.
Immediately that announcement was announced, it was like they poured cold water on hot coal. It went like that. Wow. As it did, right? Ash flew out and all that.
What was the scenario in Ikotun
People
during that time?
People are protesting that they should give Abiola his mandate. Then there was a police station. Old police station is at Ikotun then. I stand at the front of that police station when army came in, start shooting. I run from there to my house.
When it happened, a lot of people just got up, dropped everything and went home. And I think I did the same, Grandma and I, because we were also afraid of what would happen in terms of unrest.
Gossiping in the corners.
Gossiping in the corners and just what's going to happen? Oh my gosh, what happened there? And just that sense of where do we go from here? That was interesting.
I was a newscaster, I was a reporter, and I
was a father of 3 children.
A father of 3 children at that time, and I knew what was promised. You were 2.
I was 2.
Yeah. You understand?
I was 2, yeah. There's this memory that I have, and of course, like, I don't even know, I was 2. You came back home with the bluebird, and there was a big branch on the car, and you entered the house very, like, abruptly. And you turned on the TV to watch what was happening. Yes. And I think that was the first time I saw you crying. Yeah. Did you cry?
I did. The fear of political violence. Like everything was like that on your head. And then the biggest fear was my children. Where would I take them?
My wife was pregnant for our second son, and she had complications. I remember that she needed several blood transfusions. I think I was on my way going to buy blood, from a blood bank. People running onto the streets, and I asked what was going on, and then the news, got to me that that free and fair election had been annulled.
When it began.
What was the it that began?
The civil unrest, the just the feeling of insecurities. By the time you were born, so this must be now 94, New Pen had joined the strike. There was no petrol anywhere, and
you were all strikes about the annulment.
About the annulment, and the military should go.
I came from K2. It's okay. Maybe I can handle K2 area. So that's where we started for the entire house. Also then began, everything started to crumble.
As a small boy, as a young boy then, I now pull off my clothes. What happened? What's the problem? When that one old man now came out, you boy, go house. You can see, is killing people here now, June 12th. I run away. I don't pray for that. I don't pray for that again. I don't pray for that again.
So the day he died as well was a pivotal moment in our history. And Uncle Banky, your late uncle, had called my mother, and I said, he just heard Bella had died. People were on the streets, they were throwing rocks, they were throwing fire. People were started to, people really, there was a big riot. Actually, I hid in somebody's house at the back of Onipan.
Oh, wow.
Until about 11 before I could get home that day. Yes.
Oh, wow.
It was very, very frightening.
But I remember being worried about the riots then. That you put a leaf on your car windshield to show solidarity with the movement.
What advice would you give as we progress and continue to hope for a better Nigeria and future?
I keep, preaching the project that is Nigeria, if you like.
Nobody who wants to stay alive should permit themselves to lose hope. Once they lose hope, they've lost life.
My generation has one foot in the grave. So it's your generation who we have hope in.
The future of Nigeria is in your hands. The 75% of the population is made up of you guys. In another 10 years, we're all gone. So it's you. So whatever is going to happen has to come from you.
What generation, for instance, you people are, if you go and everybody went like you did, who is going to build it? That is hope. That is hope.